Before this video even starts, I want to say anything I say in this video is not an admission of guilt. Anything I say is for educational purposes only. Do not try to replicate anything done in this video. Anyways, let's get into it.
That all being said, this is kind of an old story. This happened to me like multiple years ago now at this point. But this story, take a bunch of fucking DXM at school. And I'll say I've actually done this like a big share of times. Like I used to show up to school robo walking like shit. People would always know I was fucked up on something, but I'm sure y'all could relate to this. At least some of you, like if you go to public school, you can't really be fucked up on anything and they're not gonna say much. But this whole story starts by taking place on a Sunday. I'll say I'm a very impulsive ass person, so I was just like, I had a bottle of fucking Robo Tabs. I think they were hydrobromide ones, but I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. It's been a minute. At this point, I probably hadn't tripped on DXM in like over a month. Um, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take 15 Robo Tabs. So that's gonna be, let me see, that's 450 milligrams. Of course, I have some weed, all that, some good shit. So I take the 450 milligrams, say probably about like 40 minutes in, it hits. For me, I'd always lay in bed waiting for the DXM to hit because that nausea is fucked up. But if you actually just lay in bed, it can be a little better. Like don't move around as much. But I do remember on this trip, bro, because I had ate like a big dinner, even if it was like 2 hours before. I had a big ass dinner and I threw that shit up like it was bad. And when you like fucked up as hell on DXM, you don't even like. I'm like, bro, there's no shot in hell. I'm like walking out to the bathroom right now. Like I'm not trying to get caught, right? So I'm just like, fuck it. I'm gonna have to leave the puke in here. But the main part of the story is when, you know, taps to school because I was just like, fuck it. So I end up going to my first class and it's really nothing. Like I think it was like a study hall type of class, right? So I'm chilling in there. I don't really know what I was doing, man. I probably had my head down, just fucking traversing through the DXM void. Like, and I remember this. At this point, I was still hella high off those dabs, and I was so gone, bro. Like, luckily, especially in a type of class like that, no one's gonna really see you. Or like, I wasn't really talking to people in that class, so I was just chilling, doing my own shit. But I remember like my eyes were like, I looked retarded as shit. I looked like I was off the fucking cursed perk, bro. But anyways, the real where shit starts to get juicy is next class. If I recall right, though, I had 2 hours. Like my first 2 hours were just doing nothing. I should have been doing schoolwork, but I was doing nothing, right? Um, it was so fucked up though because I didn't have my headphones. I remember I was like looking at Wikipedia threads or like I was just like obsessively searching DXM, even though like I know how it works and like pharmacology and whatnot. But so where shit starts to get good is I think like my third period. I don't remember exactly which class, but it was like probably like English or like geometry, like some fucked up shit that I could not go to in this state, bro. I had done that a couple times in like my freshman year, bro, but my teachers, bro, I'm so shocked I've never been confronted on it. Like my teachers have been like, what the fuck? Like you just see the looks they give you. But the fact that I've never been snitched on, bro, because it's so obvious you're not just like high off some weed or whatever. But I'm like, you know what? I'm too far into my high school career to really be fucking around like this. I'm not going to English or math or whatever the fuck it is. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sneak into gym class. I've done this plenty of times. I'm sure maybe some of you guys have too. But big ass open gym. You kind of just walk in. Um, I end up. My friend ended up being in that class, and I swear, like we weren't tight, but like I knew, bro, we were cool. I never knew he was in there, and I was like, I remember walking in the locker room and I see bro, and he's like, man, what the fuck you doing here? Like this ain't your class, and I'm like, shit, nah, but I'm tripping, bro. And he's like, oh shit, that's why you acting like that. Cause like when you on the DXM, your body be getting like hella stiff. Like even if you're not robo walking, bro, you looking a little funny. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention your fucking eyes and all that shit. But I remember we were just like passing around the Nick vape, and I haven't heard too many people touch on this, but when I smoke Nick on DXM, it's a weird ass feeling. Like it's an interesting buzz, but different story for a different day. So I remember we were in gym and it was a super nice day out. Like we're talking like 50, 60 degrees out. And they're like, you know what? We're going to go do a free day outside. We had a big ass football field with a track around it. And it was so crazy because I know at some point, probably in my free 2 hours at the start, I had dosed more DXM, maybe like 3 or 4 Robotabs. And at this point, we're probably up to like 800, or like 750 milligrams. And I remember I'm just walking around the track, right? I'm not playing fucking sports, but like it was so fucking crazy. There's these big ass trees, and it's a windy day and shit. And it was almost like shrooms in the sense where, it was like breathing and wavy, but like, damn, with how dissociated I was, it was crazy. Like I'm looking at it and I'm just mesmerized, and at the same time, I'm not even registering that's a fucking tree, bro. I'm just like, damn, that's some crazy shit going on in the sky. Like, shit. And I don't know. I always really liked going outside on DXM, especially on like a sunny fucking nice day, bro. It's so alien. It's like you're in your own little fucking orb. Shit's crazy. But so I remember I was doing that for a minute, and This is the single-handedly the worst part of going to school on DXM, bro. The the time dilation. Holy shit. We're in like maybe third hour. I've been in school for 3 hours, we'll say. I feel like I've been in school for like a month straight, bro. It's so fucked up. And eventually, I'm just like, I can't walk around anymore. Like, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. And I remember I was like, I felt like I was lagging, like I was skipping as I was walking, and it was just a weird ass feeling. So I'm like, I kind of just want to go sit down. But if you're fucking sitting down, they get on your ass and they like, go get up and do some shit, right? And my dumb ass, bro, I was thinking like, damn, it's probably had to been 30 minutes, but no, I'd probably been in there for like 15 minutes. So they like, I'm sitting there, they're fucking bothering me and shit. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna just have to keep walking. And I was just on some conceptual ass shit walking around. And I wasn't really scared of getting caught because I'd been on more intense trips than this in school. Like I definitely wasn't worried about that. Eventually we went in, and then this is where I'm starting to realize like, damn, I really just fucked myself over. Like my parents are at home right now, so I can't just walk home. I have some more important ass classes, bro. And like I'm not gonna be able to function for these shits, right? And I still have the same mindset of fuck it, bro. I'm already on DXM. I'm gonna just keep taking more. So I know for a fact, like I don't have numbers on it, but after third hour, I take some more. We're probably at like 900 milligrams Robotabs at this point. And I will say my tolerance is just absolutely fucked. That's the only reason I wasn't like getting wheeled out to the hospital doing this shit. But again, I realize I'm so fucked. Like it's lunchtime, and I'm sitting at lunch, and this is when I start tweaking out, bro. Cause honestly, my dumb ass, I didn't have anyone to like scoop me out to lunch, and at this point in time, I did not have a car, and I'm like, fuck. I could have went and sat like somewhere quiet, like say the library, but I wasn't thinking straight, And I'm just like, fuck it, man. I got to go with the flow of traffic, like. And there'd be like all the administrators and shit sitting in the lunchroom, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god, like I'm boned, bro. Like I'm dead ass finna get caught. This is it. So I'm tweaking about that shit. And like when you tweaking well dissociated as hell, bro, you know there should be something to worry about. Like I usually don't give a fuck about nothing on DXM, but I was just like, shit, this is not a good situation. And I don't know what it was, but I had some important ass shit after this, which we'll get to. But I'm sitting at lunch, and I remember some point again, these robos kick in, bro. And it's like when you redose in DXM, it gets weird as fuck. And it gets like almost like a delirium. And it's fucked up as hell. And I'm sitting at lunch, and there's maybe, I don't know, 300 other people in this fucking lunchroom. And all you hear is chatter all around you. And it's just fucking my head up so bad. I'm like, I had this happen to me when I got really high on weed once as well. But it's like all the chatter merged into a collective, like out of a fucking movie. It's just like, and I'm tweaking out, and I'm like, bro, like I'm talking to my friends, and they could tell I was fucked up, and they weren't as cool with it. They were like, damn, bro, like don't you finna get caught? Like you gotta chill, yo. And I'm like, bro, like one of you motherfuckers need to just give me an AirPod, like please. I started bugging about it. I'm like, please, bro, someone let me listen to their AirPods. I don't care what you listen to. Like I need some music. My Thank God for my one understanding ass friend, cool ass motherfucker. Haven't talked to these people in years, but he gave me his headphones. I remember. So this was when like Legends Never Die. I think it came out in the summer, the Juice WRLD album. But I remember he had that shit on it. It had came out like kind of recently, like almost a year at this point, but still. Banger ass album, bro. Some amazing work. And on DXM, bro, I remember this motherfucker had on Righteous and shit, bro. I was just floating like a motherfucker. I know it may sound niche like Juice WRLD, bro. Everyone knows Juice WRLD, but shit, man, it was really hidden. And I think we played some Future. It was a good ass time. But like I said, I'm on so much DXM. Shit is starting to get weird. And like I really shouldn't have been this high, bro. At this point, I'm slurring. I'm not even making sense. I didn't want to get up from the table because I was scared I was going to fall over. And I'm telling you, I don't really get the balance shit on DXM, like where it fucks up my balance astronomically, just because of like prolonged ass abuse, even before this point. But I'm sitting at the table, bro, and I'm like, there's no backs on these chairs, and I'm like kind of like swaying around almost like I'm a twig in the wind. This shit was so fucked up. But I had the music going. I was like, fuck it. And I feel like I was making myself look really suspicious too, because I'm like eyeing up all the administrators, like, oh shit, they might know. But like I was just acting sus as fuck, right? And I was clearly inebriated out of my head, bro. Like I'm telling you, I was not speaking straight whatsoever. Because, anyways, lunch ends eventually. It's all fine and dandy. And at this point, I remember this. I dead ass for like I was late as fuck to this other class I had because I couldn't figure out for like 5+ minutes. I'm like, we used to have this weird ass shit at our school where it's like you skip 1 hour one day of the week. So like say a Monday I'm gonna be skipping like sixth hour, and then a Friday is maybe like first hour. Like some just weird ass shit. I don't know why we did that. But and then I'm tripping out. I'm like, okay, hold up. I had like a marketing class, and I'm like, do I have this marketing class or do I skip the marketing class and I have physics? And I'm so fucked. And I'm like, I'm on my phone at my locker trying to find the shit, like it's taking me goddamn forever. I remember the halls were empty and I'm just fucked up as shit. And I'm like, damn. Now I'm on a 5-star, bro, because I'm the only person in the fucking hallway. And they be having all the monitors and shit. And I'm like, oh my God. But anyways, I ended up fucking showing up to my physics class late as shit. And this is where shit really hit the fan, bro. I don't know if y'all ever just had that one fucking OD ass, passionate, geek ass teacher, bro. Oh my God, this bitch used to kill me inside. I walk into her class late. She already says some shit. She's like, I don't know. She makes some like dumbass joke remark, and I'm just like, oh yeah, sure. And I like fucking grudge over to my seat. Like evidently looking fucked up because I had a friend in that class, and he's like looking at me from across the room, like fucking. This motherfucker always did this shit. He would be like mouthing shit across the room, and I'm just like looking at him, and I just started smiling. And he's like, damn, I know what's up with this motherfucker. But so we're sitting in that class, and I remember when it started, we were watching a video, and the lights are dim and shit. This was one of the more memorable experiences from my trip, and it was really weird because only on binges do I really experience like open-eyed visuals from DXM. So like a classroom, I'm sure y'all do. Like it has those fucking square ceiling tiles on top of them, right? I remember I had my head down and I end up sitting up because the lights are off, and I'm like, you know what? I'm high as shit. Like let's see what this damn shit is about. It's probably about like space and fucking gravity. Who fucking knows? But I remember I'm looking at the ceiling, bro, and it was weird as shit. I don't know how I describe it, but it was like circus print. Like it was like pink elephants, bro, and they were like on each tile, and they were like on. So it was like almost like imagine art of a pink elephant, and it's like acid themed almost. This shit is like melting and like swirling. It was swirling like a fucking like a vortex, and it stopped in the middle. This shit was so weird, and I remember I'm like. You can see like the elephants are like dancing and shit, bro. It was like entity shit. It was weird as fuck. But they were like kind of like flowing around on the tiles, almost looking like an overlay. It was super weird. I don't even know how to describe it. Um, but I start seeing that shit, bro, and low-key, it was pretty cool. I was like, damn, dog, what the hell? And I was like, on DXM, like I said, everything feels so long. So like now I'm getting lost back in my own head while this video's playing, and I'm like getting ahead of myself, and I'm like, damn, this shit's crazy. Not realizing like this teacher is the biggest op you could ever have on DXM, bro. She'd be like, because I remember this shit. She's going around calling on people in the class, and I have my head down. So she would like come over every goddamn like 10 minutes, without fail, bro. She's shaking me. She's like, gotta get up. And I'm like, man, I really did not sleep good last night. Like I'm super tired, like slurring, bro. I sounded like I'd taken like 10 shots, but like this shit was fucked. I'm like slurring like shit. And obviously I'm not sleeping, bro. Like I got my head down. She's on some bullshit. And at this point, we're maybe like 40 minutes through the hour, and it's probably like the fifth or sixth time she fucking comes up to me and like nudges me to get up. And I don't know what it was, bro. This shit was so funny. I had just had it with her. I'm like, fuck no, bro. She shakes me, and this shit was so funny, bro. I just like launched up from my seat, and I'm like, I'm awake. I'm awake. And she's just like, she just walks away, and she's like, maybe we didn't get enough sleep last night. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. She had to have known, but she was just like, what the fuck. I wasn't usually on that shit in school too much, so she was maybe just like, all right, whatever. This shit's fucking weird. So Monday, maybe this kid didn't sleep at all. Who fucking knows? But he's acting strange. Um, and after that, I mean, it was pretty tame, but I had the whole class looking at me, bro, and they were just like, "What the fuck?" Like I was kind of the known geeker, but they were just like, "Damn, we watching this shit in real time, bro." Then we went into the fucking lab, and I was just chilling with some people, and they're like, "Damn, bro, what the fuck are you on? Like you were bugging in there," and I'm like, man, fuck all that, bro. Like I'm chilling off the cough syrup and shit. And they're just like, these are like some straight edge ass motherfuckers. Like I said, I was acquainted with a lot of people, but like not all of them were like druggies, bro. Like I was some pretty straight edge ass people, and they're just like, damn, bro, you gotta stop doing that shit. Like you're acting crazy right now. Which they 100% right, man. Fuck DXM. That shit really did ruin my life. But shit, whatever. And I remember we had like one of those phones, I guess, a fucking teacher could use to call an emergency. But it was so funny because when I went to like elementary school when I was growing up and they had those phones, they were steady ringing in all my classes. But like, I don't think I ever seen a teacher use that phone once in high school, except for like a couple times when there was fights and like, I don't know, motherfucker passing out in my class or like throwing up on some dumb shit. But um, I remember I was like, obviously I'm not sitting up, bro. I'm like slouched as fuck on this table, just slumped, tripping out my head, bro. And when you want DXM, bro, like I said, it feels like you're in your own little bubble. I have no spatial awareness. Little do I know there's a fucking phone behind me, like one of the class phones. And I don't know what the fuck happened, but I ended up like, I'm laying on it and I hear numbers dialing, bro. And my friends look at me and they're like, bro, get the fuck off the phone. And I'm like, I ain't even on the It was so funny. I said, I ain't even on the phone. Like, and they're like, motherfucker, you laying on the dial phone. And they're like, I'm like, oh shit, yo. And I'm telling you, I was gone, bro. Luckily, I had transportation back home, and I think at that point I had been up for like 24 hours, so I probably ended up smoking some weed and just going to bed. But it's a really fucked up experience. I mean, I really clowned myself in front of the whole school, and that's just like one of my many fucking crazy ass DXM stories. But I hope y'all enjoyed this shit.